Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money podcast, where I bring on new guests to talk about what? Money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Melanie Finnegan on the line, and she's owner and founder over at Tax Lien Wealth Solutions. Melanie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you.
All right, so I haven't talked to somebody in tax liens in probably over a year, so I'm excited to get into it with you. But before we do that, I do want to go further into the business and to kind of just give the audience a general overview on tax liens. I don't want to assume they know what those are and what you do for your clients. So let's start there.
Yeah, so Tax Lien Wealth Solutions, it is an investment firm. What we do is portfolio manage. We have education too, but we sell and buy. We buy and sell certificates on the secondary market. So I have a broker that goes in and purchases them in bulk from the investors, from the institutions like the banks and stuff that have been investing in them. And we're yielding between 16 and 18% a year for our clients.
That's awesome. Let's talk about because I don't want to assume that everybody understands what a tax lien is, first of all. So all they heard right now, so now you got their attention.
I know.
They're like, what, 16, 15, what? Oh, now they stopped. They're driving. Somebody pulled over. They're like, wait, tell them they're in the cars, be quiet. I have to hear this. Yeah, thank you. So keep on subscribing. But that being said, let's just go into the basics of what tax liens are and also what makes it important on buying in bulk and selling the secondary market, because that is a unique slant. It's possible that people listening have heard a lot of people that, you know, they coach or they teach somebody else how to buy a tax lien or all these other things, but what you're doing is a little unique. Yeah,
I decided to set myself apart, right? So I did not want to be just an educator. I wanted to. I started this business based off of the clients, right? They're the foundation of why we do what we do, because I educated them and I get to invest them and watch their retirement grow. So a tax lien certificate is a claim against the property. So when we don't pay our property taxes, because the county and the government needs those funds, such as, you know, the reason that they need those funds is our property tax money goes to government entities. So our teachers, our police officers, you know, my father was chief of police, so I'm a recipient of actually those funds, you know, and so I have a little bit of a vested interest. But when we don't pay our property taxes, those annual, you know, budgets for the counties and governments, they don't get met, and so that we would have counties all over the place being bankrupt, right? No, we wouldn't have potholes fixed, things like that. So they created an investment process in about the 1800s. And one thing the government is really good about doing is getting their money. So they had to incentivize investors to come in and pay these tax bills, and the property owner actually has to pay the interest attached to the certificate. And you can foreclose on the property. A tax lien certificate holder usurps everybody except for an IRS like income tax lien. So anything else, if there's a mortgage on there, anything, if you go in and foreclose on it, and you get the property, you could get it free and clear if there's a mortgage on there and they didn't come in and rescue it. So I've seen it happen a couple of times. It doesn't happen often. Usually the mortgage company will come in. But tax lien investing they have to incentivize the investors, and it's incredible, really.
And what's interesting about this is, so, I mean, one of the big risks is exactly what you just said. If you may own the property, like that's one of the bigger risks. It's not that you're not going to get the property. It's not that you're not going to get your money back at some point. It's that you may get a property that you didn't want because you were just looking at receiving a return on your money. Talk about that a little bit, because for many, by the way, that's not a risk. They want that. That's the ultimate No, that's the ultimate that's the ultimate like golden ticket right there. But you know, and there's that very, very small margin of people that are like, I don't want this thing. Like, what do I do with it now? Very small.
People go into a little bit of a paralysis if they get property, but if they're prepared investors, which I require, you know, is that they will be. There's funds left over that are. You know, we don't have clients get property. I'm the worst case scenario. So if 18% on our money or 16% on our money is worst case scenario, I'll take it. You know, that's kind of where we are. We have a couple clients that have gotten properties I've been doing this for 12 years and founded my company 3 years ago. But over the course of 12 years, I've had more than just a few get properties, but there's different strategy on how you buy certificates, and that's where I come in. And obviously, we have to leave money on your side, on the client's side, in case we need to create the natural repair value, right? If we need to put money into it and create some. And so I prepare the investors for everything if I think there's even a slight possibility of acquisition, because that ARV will catapult your return. Then I'm making you 60, 70, 80%.
I love it.
So,
I get it.
Yeah,
so
you just have to be informed and prepared.
Let's talk about secondary market versus somebody going in and doing it themselves. Take us there.
Yeah, so I kind of cracked the code on the secondary market.
That's cool. I'll just throw that out there. That's really cool. Like, I didn't know there was a big established secondary market of buying in bulk. I don't know that I even knew that. Many years ago, last time I was purchasing or thinking about it, I don't even think it was fully online yet. I was just a kid, just out of college, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Wait a minute, I have to go to what? I got to go to, I think I took one of those courses that you're talking about, and then I was like, this is interesting. So tell us more about the secondary market.
So the secondary market, I had tapped into it 10 years ago, and I also became a member of the National Tax Lien Association, who oversees the investment. And my membership, and I have my certified tax lien professional certification. So I'm a certified tax lien professional. And so what that does for me is it enables me to go into the secondary market, which is, it is an institutionalized investment. So what I mean by that is banking institutions and, like Deutsche Bank, Bank of America, all these large banking institutions, they go in and sweep up and take all these certificates at the auction. And then I buy from them. So they'll season them for a couple of years, and then I go and buy from them. We've created a strategy that I've actually gotten some recognition for. I created a strategy about 6 years ago that is our inventory, majority of it is in Florida, where we go in and file foreclosure and shake the money loose so we can compound the interest a little bit. So my 10-year average is actually 23.7. because we're turning certificates and getting interest working for us. Just so I go in and have my broker, he knows exactly what I'm looking for. I'm very, 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 very picky on my liens. I run an algorithm, and I'm all data analysis. I'm kind of a nerd, but it is the only way to do it. And so when you're going in blind as a new investor, like I did 10 years ago, because I hadn't known about this investment, you can get yourself in trouble because you don't know what to look for. And so there's just little nuances and some moving parts if you're going on the primary market that makes it really due diligence isn't done properly, I don't believe, by people when we don't have the full knowledge and scope of things. Even when we take courses, we just don't. You need someone to really hold your hand, truthfully, until you're comfortable, and things like that. But I go to the auctions and take clients to auctions all the time, but to live auctions, and I teach them to do it online. But secondary market, we can initiate the foreclosure right away. We don't have to wait any time.
So, Melanie, if somebody is listening to this, and first off, I love that you're doing this, and it's all data-driven, and I love the thought process behind it, and it's really cool because what you've done is you've kind of updated what was once a stodgy kind of like backroom industry, and you've made it something that's accessible to the public, really, that don't have the time to invest or their time in all this research. So, and you're doing it in a very institutional level, so that's awesome. So that being said, Melanie, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information or to connect, what's the best way for them to get that?
Yeah, just go to our website. It's taxlienwealthsolutions.com. You guys can fill in an inquiry. There's an inquiry there, like a info. You can just email us, or you can call us. We have an 800 number there you can call us on. Also, we're running a contest every month, so go in and make sure if you guys are all interested in any type of education or getting in part of the program and wanting access to our inventory, you're going to want to enter our contest that we do every month. So it's just taxlienwealthsolutions.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, same name.
Perfect. Well, hey, Melanie, really appreciate you coming on the show today and giving us all an education on tax liens and what you're up to, and congrats on all the great work you're doing for your clients. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And Melanie, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks, Adam. You guys are the best. Thank you.